Alrighty, so the Nuggets owner just floated the idea of trading Nikola Jokic, and I'm just gonna let him talk, and then I'm gonna get into my thoughts.
I think that for us as an organization, going into that second apron is not necessarily something that we're scared of. I think that there are rules around it that we needed to be very careful of with our injury history. The wrong person gets injured, and very quickly you're into a scenario where that I never want to have to contemplate, and that's trading number 15. We're very conscious of that pushing forward, providing the resources that we can when the moment arrives. But that second apron, is it a hard cap? I'm not 100% sure, but it's something that teams are obviously very aware of going forward.
There needs to be some rule limiting owners' ability to have power in basketball decisions. I get it. If you buy a team, like if I was rich, I would love to buy a basketball team, and I would be heavily involved in the decisions my team was making. That's part of why I'd want to own a team. But it's like, this dude doesn't, you even hear himself, like, I don't know the exact deal. Is it a hard cap? I don't really know. Because he doesn't, like, these guys are rich from stuff outside of basketball, and, like, they're not basketball guys, and yet he just goes out there chirping, like, just throwing anything at the wall. And it just infuriates me to no end, these owners and the stuff that they just go out there and say, and when they meddle, because it just makes teams worse. It's no coincidence that, like, in the NFL, the best franchise is the franchise that doesn't have an owner, the Green Bay Packers. And these guys, they just, like, meddle and they get in the way. And I feel like he was just talking off the cuff, just saying, like, oh, maybe something could happen. But that's the problem when you're an owner and you're probably not that deep into basketball for real, and you're getting asked questions. Like, you should be deferring everything to the GM. Hopefully, for the Nuggets' sake, he was just talking off the cuff and said something stupid. But there should be no scenario where Jokic gets traded for them. I'm sorry, because he had you at the 6th seed when the next best player on his team was Will the Thrill Barton a few years ago, that one MVP season where they were in the playoffs. I get the NBA's changed a little bit in the last few years and you need to be deeper and all that stuff, but, like, I'm sorry, I'm not trading Nikola Jokic no matter what. And for them, it should be, trying to reset a little bit and get a little bit younger and reshuffle the deck. But I just don't get floating the idea of trading Nikola Jokic at all. Even if I were ever going to and just get the most massive haul ever, I wouldn't float the idea publicly. Like, I would maybe, keep my ideas open a little bit if, like, let's say this season, your next Jamal Murray tore his ACL or something at the end of the year, and then somebody gives you the biggest haul in NBA history for Nikola Jokic. Okay, yeah, maybe, sure. That's what I'm saying. Like, there maybe could be a scenario where anybody could get traded. But going out there and saying that for multiple reasons, A, because it would lower the value because you've already floated the idea of being open to it. It would lower the value for Nikola Jokic. And then also, like, I don't think Nikola Jokic is the type of guy to care. Like, he's not going to care about something like that. I feel like he's just, I got drafted by the Nuggets. I'm going to keep showing up playing for them. Right? I've been in Denver my whole time. I don't really want to move somewhere else. He seems like that type of guy. But, generally speaking, if you've got a guy like Jokic that's done what he's done and brought what he's brought, and you've just even floated the idea of potentially trading you, then if I'm Jokic, I'm like, okay, well, I have no reason to be loyal to you guys since you've already thrown out there that you're not going to be loyal to me no matter what. Like, you've already thrown out there that, there's a scenario where we would trade him. We don't want to, but, there's a scenario where we'd have to trade him. And so, I think this was horrible from the owner to go out there and say that. It probably won't end up being a big deal because, like I said, Jokic is not the guy to probably take something like this to heart. But yeah, for the Nuggets, the idea should be see if you could potentially get off Michael Porter Jr. and get an expiring contract to be able to reshuffle the deck. Me, if I'm the Nuggets, I am trading Michael Porter Jr., throw in a pick there if you have to. Go get Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton, he still has it. Trust me. I watched him play for the Bucks last year. The idea of him just being washed is not there. It's not reality. And Middleton has an expiring deal. You'll gain a fresh salary deck next offseason. But if you have like Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Chris Middleton, Aaron Gordon, Jokic, get a couple pieces off the bench. You took the Thunder to 7, and Aaron Gordon got hurt. Like, the idea that you should be floating quotes out there panicking like that is just ridiculous. You took the champions to 7 with Aaron Gordon hurt. No type of bench. Russell Westbrook being an absolute disaster. Like, you would just say get a couple bench pieces. You had like a solid 7th man, you probably would have won the championship. You're not in any panic mode at all. You shouldn't be. It should be getting Michael Porter Jr. out of there, adding depth in the offseason. I thought they really messed up not getting Gary Trent Jr. last offseason. But boy, just add a couple bench pieces, trade Michael Porter Jr. You already were a contender last year. There's no reason to believe that you should be cooked at all. I don't know. I don't get it. Let me know what you all think. Drop a comment, hit that like and subscribe if you